This video basically explain how to compare the payment of EMD in the receipt. So for that, firstly we need to create a EMD ledger. For that, in Finance Master, user need to click on this ledger name, and when user click on the ledger name, to click on the add button, user can create this ledger. For suppose to type of account, can select others, and on behalf of that, ledger name can be defined as EMD or EMD ledger. Let's suppose EMD ledger, and on behalf of EMD ledger can check if EMD. If payment will be EMD, user need to click on EMD. That option we have given. So for that, check on EMD. If TDS application or not, section number. These there are some mandatory fields that user need to fill, and company branch need to select both of the company branch, and let's suppose group name loan and advance and subgroup name loans. So for that, when we create this ledger, so according to this ledger we can create the payment first. So in transaction there is a sub module called transaction, and in transaction general accounting. So in fourth number there's a payment. So when we click on this payment, so we will create a payment first for that, and we are creating for EMD. So payment ledger, let's suppose SDFC we have selected, and in this we need to select the ledger, and the ledger should be EMD. So EMD, recently that we have created EMD ledger. Let's suppose we have defined this. Let's suppose there is a ledger of rupees 200. So on account we can fill this ledger, and we can create the ledger of 200, and there are some fields that will open given below. So we need to select, let's suppose instrument name, instrument date, any date that you can select, and it is applicable or not. So there are some important or mandatory fields that need to be filled. Let's suppose tender number, so we can create this tender number 4, and then tender date and due date. So these information and contact number is important to create. So we have fill all the information. So after filling information we can click on save button, then a pop-up will show called submit successfully. Then in the listing page we can see this payment has been created of EMD ledger to made to EMD ledger. Once the payment has made, so on behalf of payment we can see on receipt if payment is reflecting or not. So this is the payment of made to EMD ledger. Total amount is 200. So we can see now we are going in receipt, and we will see if this is showing the payment that we have made is showing in receipt or not. So in receipt, when we click on add button, so user need to select first a ledger account. Let's suppose it's DFC, this one, and when we select this EMD, so to select the EMD ledger, first we need to just define this instrument type was other, instrument date that we have mentioned on the payment. And now if we are selecting this EMD ledger, so let's suppose we are selecting this, so automatically you can see the payment that we have made by to EMD ledger, that already that is showing here to rupees 200. So, and if you want to create a receipt for that, let's suppose rupees 200, and for we have made this receipt, gains difference. And tender number also you can select from here. Let's suppose this is the previously on the payment we have created this tender number 4 is showing here and reflecting here. You can select that. And again, as previously we have shown in previous video about the auto adjustment, you can select and you can continue the process. So in this video we have explained how can create a payment and reflect on the receipt for the EMD ledger. So this is all about it. Thank you.